Jay, there was a report today that Trent Williams' issue with the team is not solely money. There's also some issues with, I guess, the diagnosis for his scalp, and that he's really upset and may not want to play here anymore. What's your response to that?
I really don't have one. I'm just trying to focus on the guys that are here right now, and I know Trent knows how much we need him and want him back. That's the only thing I can do from here as far as what happened with him and the doctors. That's between he and the doctors, and hopefully we get that cleared up soon.
The report said that Trent has vowed not to return to the Redskins. You said you've spoken with him. Have you gotten any indication that he doesn't want to be back here in any situation?
I haven't spoke to him as in that context, no.
Would you expect him to want to be back, though, with this team?
I sure hope so. Yeah.
When was the first time that you were aware that he would not be showing up for this part of the offseason, which is mandatory?
Probably a couple days ago.
And was that the first time that any of these issues, contractual or otherwise, were brought to your attention?
To that extent, yes. Yes.
You've kind of been just going, I think it was back in, the combine that you told us it was just a scalp. Can you give us a little bit more detail on exactly what the issue was with his scalp?
No.
No.
Are you aware, or were you aware that there are some, either Trent or others maybe have some issues with the medical staff? Has that been a concern raised to you at all?
Not at all. No, I think our medical staff's done a good job. I think where the frustration might lie is the timing of the diagnosis. Maybe he wishes it was diagnosed a little sooner, my understanding. But other than that, I think our doctors and medical staff have done a good job.
Diagnosis of the tumor, whatever that was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jay, maybe this was addressed at some point in the offseason. The decision to move minicamp up before the last week of OTAs, just curious what went into that decision?
Well, usually the last day of mandatory minicamp, you give them off or you do something kind of fun. I want to make sure I got 3 good days, especially with a lot of the young players that we have here and the first-year players. I want to get a full 3 days of work in. The last week, we'll still get a couple good days. Probably won't be as full as it would be this week.
We're seeing you tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow.
And just also, Rob Ryan, what has it meant for you to have a guy like that with all that experience? And he's got obviously a lot of interesting sayings. What are the things he's kind of been saying that sort of jumped out to you?
Sayings?
Just the way his former communication.
Oh, no, he's great. He's been unbelievable. Anytime you add a former coordinator, a guy with his amount of experience to your staff, it's really beneficial to everybody, not just his players, but the entire defense and Coach Minuski. These guys work very well together. He knows his role, he understands his role, and he's relishes his role. He wants to be here, he wants to help the linebacker room, but he also has an idea of the big picture as well, front coverage, all that. So he's been great, man. He got a great personality. Players have responded well to him, doing a great job.
Circling back to Trent, is your understanding that his absence is contractual or some kind of displeasure with the team?
I just know he's absent, to be honest with you. The contractual stuff is out of my hands. The medical things that you guys are talking about is really out of my hands as well. My job is to coach the players that are here, and that's all I can do.
Can you share any of what the things that you were able to talk to him with? Can you share any of?
No, not really. Nothing special.
Jay, I wanted to ask you a little bit about Trey Quinn. I know you've had some really high praise for him in the past. Now that you've watched him now in OTAs and minicamp, what are your expectations for him this season?
We have great expectations for him and the entire receiving group. Really, Trey's done an excellent job. He's come in here and stepped to the head of the class as far as his position is concerned and done a great job. He understands route concepts. He's physical. He's got strong hands. He can separate, and he can block. And he's also obviously a punt returner for us. So he's a valuable member of our team right now. We just have to make sure we keep him healthy and continue to monitor him on a daily basis. But we have great. He's that slot position is critical for us. What Crowder did for us the last few years, and obviously Jordan Reed on the inside. Those inside players are critical to our offense.
What about his skill set makes him an ideal punt returner?
Well, he catches it. That's one. We've had trouble with that. So if you can catch it, you're probably our punt returner. So right now, Trey's the only one who can catch it. But he also has, he's got no fear. You got to be able to be. You got to be tough back there because guys are coming at you at all angles. He has enough quickness to separate, but he's got no fear. He makes good, sound decisions, and he can catch it.
One more with Trent. You've heard this about the medical before. This isn't the first time you're hearing of it, right?
About Trent's, yes.
About it being part of the issue.
The
We're
medical.
not telling. Yes.
This is the first I've heard about Trent's.
About medical maybe.
Well, I know he's frustrated. Anytime you have something done, that procedure like that magnitude, you want to find the reason. You wish something maybe could have been done differently or different timing, but our doctors are very good. I know they did the best they can. They have plenty of degrees. I know they did the right thing in their mind, and I know Trent's probably frustrated, but at the end of the day, we want him back. Staff wants him back. The players want him back, and hopefully we'll get it fixed.
Is there any reason to believe that diagnosis was football related in any way?
No, I don't know.
I knew that was the last report that it was not football related.
The diagnosis?
Yeah.
The head?
The head, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think it's
Not a football
Correct,
related
yes.
injury.
Yeah.
Did you have a Trent thing? Go ahead.
To follow up on the diagnosis, you said about the timing of it. Does this mean he had gotten something checked out and was missed?
That's all I've heard. That's the frustrations may lie is the timing of it, how it was when. I don't know. I don't know what his frustrations are right now with the medical staff. You'll have to ask him. The rumors just came out today. This is the first I really heard about the frustrations as far as being the reason for him not being here. But
he did not communicate that frustration to you.
No.
Okay.
How tough, annoying, whatever the word is, you're out here trying to run minicamp. It's going to be the 3 days for the first time in a long time, and you have this off-field issue to deal with.
I have a lot of people I need to coach right now, and we're doing a good job. But we have a lot of good things going on here in training camp. Our rookies have come in and done a great job. The guys that we signed free agency-wise have done a great job. The veterans we have coming back have bought in and practicing really hard. That's what I'm focused on. Trent's our best player, one of our best players, and we want him back. But right now we have to cater to the guys that are here. We'll handle Trent accordingly, and hopefully we'll get him back by training camp. But we have so many good things going on right now. I'm not going to let one distraction hold us back, and it's really not a distraction for me right now.
A couple non-Trent injury questions for you. We didn't see much of Adonis Alexander these last couple of days. Anything with him?
Yeah, a little bit of a groin. We just held him out today.
Okay. Jaron Christian?
He's still recovering from his knee.
Do you have a timetable on, will he be
Hopefully
back for
training camp. We're shooting for training camp.
Do you think he can be part of your rotation this season? Is that?
Yeah, he better be. I hope so, yes.
And then Darius Geis, is he?
Saying we kept him inside. He's dealing with his injury in-house, in here.
Is he a training camp guy?
Yes. He better be as well.
Jim Tomsula spoke today and is clearly enamored with how his defensive line is just so young and yet so committed and so mature. So what's it like having such a young group, but guys who are just so professional and come in every day and work on their off time, just have such a singular focus?
It's an unbelievable group. On and off the field, you can't ask for a better group of men. And it's led by a great coach, obviously, but I think, not to take anything away from Jim Tomsula, but I think anybody in here could probably coach that group. He's a great coach, but these guys are great people, great players. They demand a lot of one another. They demand a lot about their teammates, and that's what you look for when you draft young players. You want them to come in here and dominate their craft, but also set great examples and set the tone for the defense. And Payne and Allen and Ioannidis, and they brought Caleb Brantley along. He's doing a great job. Settle coming on last year, the way he's come on. Those 5 guys have been outstanding. Then you got some young guys that we're looking at right now have been very impressive. So they just follow suit, man. It's the effort, the tenacity that they play with, the accountability that they demand of each other. It's everything you want in a player, both physically and obviously mentally and leadership-wise.
Another injury check. Jordan Reed. I know he's been over in the rehab area.
Yeah, he should be ready for training camp. Yes, I believe so.
With another injury. Sorry. With another injury, but related to Alex, do you know when he's going to get his external fixator off? Like, is there a timeline for that?
Yeah, he told me I think it's going to be another month.
Okay.
Probably I'll take that off, month and a half maybe.
Was that expected, or has this been on longer than, or is that just like the normal time?
I have no idea what's expected of that thing. Jay, thank you. All right, thank you.